Hello, everyone. We're back with another LMScast episode. I'm Joshua Millage, and I'm joined with Christopher Badgett. And today we're talking about how to monetize your YouTube channel. Chris, how do you do this?
Well, we're going to give you a counterintuitive way to do it. When a lot of people think about how to monetize a YouTube channel, they start thinking about making viral videos and then, becoming a YouTube partner and monetizing their videos so that ads display before, within, or after the actual video itself. So the hope is always that your video goes viral, and the more times it plays, the more you get paid. And it's really you have to get huge traffic numbers to actually make any kind of real decent income with YouTube, which is really hard to do. But we've got a totally different thing to talk about here, about how to monetize your YouTube channel efforts with online courses.
Right. Absolutely. And I think one of the things is if you're already creating this content, it's not that hard to make it into a course, I mean,
Right.
you even if you have YouTube videos and you want to create text, like get them transcribed and then have a blog writer put together the lesson material. You're already halfway there, more than halfway there. So
Yeah,
I think it's an easy transition.
Yeah, and if you're looking to monetize your YouTube efforts, you have a really incredible advantage over a lot of people. When we talk about online courses and e-learning and learning management systems, a lot of people are stuck at the roadblock of creating content. But if you've already figured out, and you have no problem getting on camera or creating screen sharing videos, you have the skill set for, creating a really nice online course with the video component.
Yeah.
So, and that's like LifterLMS has the learning management system WordPress plugin that we've created.
Yeah.
On the lessons, there's a little featured media box, and you can drop in a YouTube, a Vimeo, or a Wistia video, or you can put it in the regular WordPress editor. But maybe we can get a little more tactical into how to, different ways to think about your YouTube channel and transitioning to an online course. We can kind of give you some how-to scenarios.
Yeah.
Does that sound?
Let's jump in, man. Let's how to them.
Well, I'm going to piggyback on what you said earlier about you already have all this great content, so you can use YouTube as lead generator for your online course. So one way to do that is to give away some videos for free on your YouTube channel, but then there's other more premium stuff on your online course that maybe goes into more detail. And one way to do that is to your stuff on the YouTube channel is all about the why, or the what and stuff. But if you're really teaching somebody how to execute on something, then that content would not be publicly available on YouTube. It would be in your online course.
Yeah.
So that's one method.
That's awesome. Yeah. So, and what are some others? Because I know that you've done a lot of YouTube connected to Udemy, or not Udemy, but to learning management systems for a while in courses. I mean, it used to be Udemy though. You've done plenty of stuff on Udemy. What does that do though? I mean, is it help Google ranking? What's bridging that gap really do? Absolutely.
Well, probably the strategy I've used the most is for lead generation for client services.
Okay.
So we're co-owners of a web development company called Codebox, where we build custom WordPress sites, often with deep Infusionsoft integration and really advanced LMS builds and things like that. But in the past, one of the ways I would generate leads is I would create a beginner's guide on how to build a WordPress website. And I've actually just gone through the process of creating a new one of those, current to 2015. But so it would just be comprised of about an hour to 2 hours of content, screen sharing, showing how to build a WordPress website. I would take those videos and put them on YouTube. And right now on YouTube, my original ones, I think collectively, those 6 videos have over 10,000 views of people. And some of those people find me on YouTube and have contacted me for client services. I would also take those same videos and build a course on Udemy, make it a free course, and that is also a lead generator. I have, last time I checked, somewhere around 7,000 or 8,000 people in that course on Udemy. And then I also take those YouTube videos and have embedded them on website for client services for WordPress build, and that's another place where that course exists. And now I'm we're in the process of creating another site called WP Website in a Weekend, where those videos exist, and we've used LifterLMS to create the learning management system or the online course for that. It's going to be free, and it's just like a lead generation tool. So you add all that up, now it's like 30,000 people have come in contact with these videos, many of which have contacted for services or, bought LifterLMS and other things. It's just massive what you can do. And those original videos, I just recorded in like one afternoon. That's
Yeah.
it. You
Yeah.
just gotta put them in a few places.
Yeah. So actually, like, walk me through that, because let's get super tactical, because how do you go from, it's one thing to create a video like this, right? Like, we flipped on the Skype call recorder. We've got our mics set up. This is like creating a YouTube video, right? Free flowing, like kind of unstructured, flowing. I come up with a question, I ask you, you come up with a question, you ask me. It's fun, right? I know other people have a different process for their YouTube videos, but if someone's watching and they're like, yeah, that's how I create my YouTube videos, and then they're like, of course, like, how do you get structured? Like, do you create like an outline beforehand, or like, how do you take the production process down into like a course production process? Because I feel like it's just a little different when we create YouTube videos opposed to like when we create like a course.
It depends what level you're at and the professional quality you want to go for. So for me, when I first did that tactic, I went with kind of like the amateur wing it route, which is totally cool. And it's generated, I don't know how many tens of thousands of dollars in revenue over time, off the back end through client services or product sales or whatever. So for me, and there we have a blog post at blog.lifterlms.com about the mistakes entrepreneurs make when creating their first online course or whatever. One thing that Chris Coyer said is that people try to be too professional and cover up their mistakes in their video, which depersonalizes it a little bit and makes it take longer and so on. So what I did is I gave myself a challenge to create the course in one day. I sat down and I had it easy because it's a screen sharing video. So I would, all I had to do was use ScreenFlow. I'm on a Mac to record my course. And that's what I did over the course of just one day. And when I would make mistakes, I would not cover it up or not edit it. I just talk through what's happening. Because you know what? The people who are watching it are going to make mistakes too. Another thing I did with ScreenFlow is I turned on the camera. So ultimately, when the video was done, the screen share was like, the top 90% of the video. But then there's my little talking head at the bottom.
Yeah.
And the reason I did that is because it builds a real human connection. Like, people, like, they can see me talking. It's almost like if they just heard my voice, it would just be audio, but they can see me talking. So it builds a more human connection, which makes you even more approachable when it comes time if they become interested in doing client services.
I like that. Well, that's amazing. And what if they don't have, like, if you're a YouTuber and you're monetizing and you don't have client services, like, the same, all of this still applies to products.
Yeah, absolutely. You could, or whatever your specialty is, consulting,
whatever it is,
products, a brick and mortar business, you can do all kinds of things.
I think too, the cool thing is the YouTubers who are out there who are doing more of like the funny comedy stuff, just teach them how to do that.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of people get so wrapped up in it, but it's like, well, I don't have, like, I'm a comedy channel or I'm a lifestyle channel. We'll teach them how to be a lifestyle channel or a comedy channel. You guys are doing it, Yeah,
the other pro tip I would add to that is that beginners markets are huge. So people often forget, like, what it's like to be a beginner. So for example, we build like really heavily custom, even web applications on top of WordPress. But there's a lot of people who are just trying to build like a simple 3-page website on a free theme.
Yeah.
And that's, so it's kind of, I slow down, I'm not using the big words or the lingo, and just really teaching somebody from the beginning. So that's the other pro tip is, like, teach, if you're doing it for the first time, you might try going after the beginner. And just give yourself permission to make that course. That's
awesome. I love it. Right on, Chris. Well, thank you so much, man, for given all this information. This is great. And there's so many YouTubers out there who are scraping the bottom of the barrel in terms of income that could be making a lot more money if they just spend an afternoon, like you said, and monetize that information. So I think this is a great episode. And yeah, if anyone has any questions, you can reach out to me at jmillage or Chris at Chris Badgett. And our official LifterLMS channel is at LifterLMS. Hit that one up because that's the one where we're most responsive at. So hope you guys are having a great day, and we'll talk to you next week.